Comic publishers being petty is certainly not a new story, and you see little examples of it from time to time. An article gets written, but if you really study some events, you get to kind of the depths of how petty, how silly, and how self-defeating a lot of these are. And a great example of this is Alan Scott and Northstar. How are these connected, you might ask? I'm going to tell you. Hey everybody, this is Perch. This is one of those stories that you kind of have to look at in context. You look years later, and you kind of see the silliness of this whole thing. So in the 90s, Northstar, prominent member of Alpha Flight, revealed that he was gay in kind of a silly moment where he, in very much 90s style art, said, "I am gay," and there were speed lines and everything, and it was a silly issue. But anyway, the reveal was fine. It fit the character to some extent, but it was done in a very cheesy way. I've heard people, by the way, talk about how that coming out was one of the best examples. And I mean, the scene of Grace coming out of Iceman was not good. This was not good either. Comics does not have a great track record with this topic in general. I'm just saying, at least in the big two. So Northstar is gay, and then he kind of vanishes for a while. They don't do anything with him. And, from time to time, there's kind of a little revival where he'll show up and do something with the X-Men, but never for very long. It's like he's like Quicksilver Light. It's kind of how he's treated. And then, okay, so that's on the shelf. That's going on. Meanwhile, over in DC land, DC is doing the New 52. And part of their mandate and their charter is, hey, we want to add more diversity to DC Comics. Okay, fine. So what they do is they settle on a mystery character, and they do kind of some press saying, a mystery long-term hero of the DC universe is going to come out as gay. They don't tell who. It's like a big tease. And finally, they reveal it's Alan Scott as part of their new Earth 2 comic. Now, here's where it gets weird. At least for me. So Alan Scott, a character who's been around from the 40s, and an older character. He's, different from many of the other DC characters, and he's an older guy. He had 2 children, one of which, Obsidian, was gay. His son was gay, and they had some pretty decent storylines, I would say, in the past, really kind of touching on this subject and putting it out there, and just they handled it in comic terms great. So when they decide to say, hey, we need more diversity in DC, keep up with me here. So first thing they did is they eliminated the gay Obsidian son character from existence. They wiped that character out. So we're kind of -1 gay character. Then they take their older Alan Scott character, who's an older guy, and they say, we really need more diversity. So they change him from being an older guy to the same age as 99.8% of their superheroes, and make him kind of young, whatever, in his early 30s, hard to tell exactly. And they make him gay. So basically they say, not a lot of people knew who Obsidian was. More people knew who Green Lantern is. Now, not any of the major, not Hal Jordan, not John Stewart, not Guy Gardner, no, Alan Scott. We're doing the safest, well-known Green Lantern character, and we're going to make him gay. We're going to wipe out the gay son, and that's what we're going with. So that was their plan, which seems dumb to me. I'm just saying, that seems like you could have elevated Obsidian. You could have kept one of your older, i.e. diverse, age is one factor of diversity. You could have kept him intact, but no, whatever. But you did that. So Marvel, now here's where it gets even more petty. So Marvel, who sees the press release from DC, they don't know who it's going to be yet, but they see that a character is going to be gay. So what do? They announce that a day before DC announces who it is, that they're going to have a gay wedding. Now, this is Marvel, who hates marriage, and marriage is terrible for characters, and nobody can understand it, and it's confusing to readers, and God, who wants marriage anyway? Nobody wants stupid women around. I mean, wait, no. I mean, just marriage. That's what we're talking about. So Marvel decides, one marriage is okay, especially if we can one-up our competitor by not just having one gay person, but 2 gay people getting married. We're going to have a gay marriage issue. And then they say, Marjorie Liu is like, I'm a big romantic, so this is romantic, and I mean, fine, maybe it is. But you can't deny that DC goes, hey, let's score some publicity here. We're going to have a gay character. Y'all know. It's a Green Lantern-ish. And Marvel says, aha, we'll raise you 1 gay for 2 gay guys and marry them. And that's what they did. So there was a gay marriage, and it was lovely and everything fine. I think it was in New York. Cool. Gay marriage is legal there. Alan Scott comes out as gay in Earth 2. Comic proceeds to not sell very well. Kind of wanders into obscurity, gets canceled. Eventually, they bring these characters back, and in Doomsday Clock, they kind of reconcile the timelines, or it's hard to tell exactly what went on. Obsidian and his son and daughter seem to come back at the end of Doomsday Clock, but he's still gay, or maybe not. It's in the newest Green Lantern episode, issue. It seemed to be kind of telling the New 52 Alan Scott story, but then it was set in the past, and he was young, and he may be gay or not. It's very convoluted. For an industry that prides itself on being progressive and putting stuff out there, and just, they're not afraid of controversy. They're going to tell the best stories they can. It's remarkable how they, daintily wander around these topics and don't just address them head on. It's astonishing, really, that for an industry that says we take no prisoners, we are a friend and an ally, so that's why we're going to make the least commonly known Green Lantern gay and kind of hide him over here. And then Northstar, poor Northstar. So they marry Northstar, and he has a couple issues after that where like the husband is around, but then quickly Marvel figures out they still don't know what to do with Northstar. He's still, Quicksilver Light, and what are we going to do with this? So he just vanishes. Like him and like that gay relationship just evaporates and vanishes. Is Northstar's husband on Krakoa? I thought I saw an issue where the husband was there, but maybe not, or maybe they were living somewhere else because the husband couldn't be. I don't know. I don't know. But what strikes me is, okay, we want diversity. We want to do these things, and more power to them, by the way. This is not me arguing, saying they shouldn't do any of these things. It's not. But what they should do is have a plan. Like, you're going to marry Northstar, and then you're going to do what? He kind of vanishes. So it's like, cool. When these things happen, it feels a hell of a lot like Marvel and DC are just screwing with each other to see who can get the most press and who can win in this weird contest of who's got more gay representation in comics. Why DC wanted to play that game by first eliminating one of the gay characters they'd had for like decades is weird to me, but okay, whatever. They do these things, but then there are no stories. Like, commit, Like, where is the Northstar solo book? Why wasn't Northstar leading the team? As a veteran who's been on Alpha Flight and done a lot of things and shown himself to be a great field commander, you want to have Northstar, like, lead a team of X-Men to do something cool? Or was like, we built up to the marriage and then like, we're out of ideas, guys. I don't know. That's I don't know what to do. And like Joe Quesada comes in, I know, let's erase the marriage. Like, no, whoa, we can't do that. We get in trouble if we do that. So we're not going to do that. But we can just kind of quietly not feature them in comics again. We can do that. How's that sound? It's like, yeah, maybe no one will notice. I don't know. Is this weird to you? It's weird to me. It's like, what are you doing? What's the plan here? Is the plan to build a character and do something with him? Is there a plan to just kind of fart around. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, does any of this confuse you? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter or Facebook at Comic Perch. Sorry about all the wind. Thanks for listening.